Broadway's my beat. From Times Square to Columbus Circle, the gaudiest, the most violent, the lonesomest mile in the world.
Broadway's My Beat, with Larry Thor as Detective Danny Clover.
Broadway, it's a memory and a want that makes a bitter flame inside you. You poke through the ashes and you can't find what it is that was remembered or wanted. So you keep looking. But the blaze of the neon and the spectaculars blinds you. And the roar of steel moving above and beneath the earth makes you deaf. And finally you know there's no need to search anymore. Because whatever it was, you'll never find it. It's Broadway, my beat. You use the morning hours at police headquarters to tidy up, to dust off the old reports and polish up the new ones. You watch a derelict fly store up a few rays of sun against the time of its winter dying. And then someone opens your door.
Mr. Clover, they told me I could talk to you.
The woman is about 40. Her perfume is expensive. Her furs are expensive. And the black lizard purse with a jeweled clasp that sleeps under her arm looks fat and happy. But in her face and eyes, something frayed, something pinched.
May I sit down? I think I don't feel well.
Of course. Here.
Thank you. Now, don't look so worried, Mr. Clover. I won't fade or anything like that. Not me.
You're sure you're all right? You're quite pale, Miss...
Don't ask me who I am yet. I want to save that. I've heard a lot about you, Mr. Clover.
Oh?
Yes, a lot. They say people can come to you. People like me, if they've got something to say to you.
Maybe it would help if you told me who you were.
Not now. Later. When I've said you my say. A woman can wait only so long, Mr. Clover. You know how it is.
I don't understand.
Only just so long for a man she promised to wait for. Then the years keep stretching out like a piece of old elastic, like anything that if you stretch it out too long, it'll snap. It'll break and sting your face. You know how it is. Will you get me some water, please? My mouth is dry. It's really dry.
Oh, sure. Here's your water. Hey, what's wrong? Are you all right? No, you're not all right, are you?
Hi, Danny. You don't mind my busting in? Of course you don't mind.
Get out of here, Jimmy. I got nothing for you.
The hands out in the press room are very stale, very one-day-old, Danny. From you, I want something fresh, something a shock, something a headline. Like, why don't you introduce me to the charming lady?
I told you to get out, Jimmy. Get on your hind legs and beg for news from somebody else.
Lady, Danny. Maybe the lady will be kinder. How do you do, lady? I'm Jimmy Ames, a reporter for... Oh, the lady's dead, isn't she, Danny?
Yeah. Well, you got your news, reporter. Go report it. Well, how about it, Dr. Sinsky?
Danny Clover, welcome to the precincts of the autopsy room. We have here...
Don't sell me anything. Give me the report on the woman who died in my office. What killed her?
Poison killed her.
What poison?
The pharmacological name would bore you. Delayed action type poison. Taken internally kills in 4 hours.
She probably didn't even know she was dying.
No more than any of us realize we always are.
Hi, Doc. Danny?
No.
You know, I always feel good that I can walk in here under my own power.
Hi, Tartaglia. What do you got?
Identification on Miss Jane Doe over there.
What name?
Mary Murdock, late wife of one hoodlum known as Vic Murdock. Vic Murdock, Danny. That means something to you?
Yeah. Thanks, Tartaglia. It means a lot to me. It did. It meant a 20-year flashback to a different era, a different world, to a time of Tommy guns in violin cases and massacres, speedboats and limousines and booze watered and bonded in ratty cellars, a jazzy era where gang wars had preferred position in the headlines, a world that gawked at a butchered man in a gutter, then rolled its stockings, pinched its spit curl, and chorused "Vo-do-de-o-do" through a megaphone. It was before my time on the force, but it was that kind of a world when Dick Murdoch performed. Then Bick killed the man, and society wagged its finger, put him in a room, and locked the door. Now Bick was out. Now Bick was circulating. I had to find out where.
You bring it. You bring it. Oh.
It's Danny Clover, Benny. Mind if I come in?
In this crummy room? You want to come in here?
In here, Benny. How do you feel?
I could tell you. You wouldn't know what I meant. Sit down. Sit down, Danny. Me, I better lay down.
You got coffee on that hot plate, Benny. You need some.
That don't jolt. But read it to me.
Sure. Here.
Why are you here, Danny?
Dick Murdock, Benny.
Danny, you couldn't go away, come back? Someone's coming.
He's not here yet. Talk to me about Bick.
It's only good for him. Stolen. Some guys' lives wind up that way. Stolen. The guys get to be priests and policemen.
Drink, Benny.
Dick, you said?
Uh-huh.
He's out. Come down from Sing Sing to the city.
I know that.
I seen him, too. He ain't changed. Some guys live 20 years between seeing him. And they change. Get old. Something happens to their faces. Not Vic. He's scary. Not Vic.
Where'd you see him?
He went to a place. To a place in an alley. To a hole in the alley wall.
Where?
On First Avenue. Near East 49th. The first alley. The first hole you come to on your right.
Thanks. Let's go to my place of business, Benny.
I've been there. It don't do no good.
Let's go, Benny. We'll try again. It took maybe an hour to bundle up Benny in his army surplus overcoat, to turn him over to the healers on Welfare Island, to leave him with the unshaped terror and the gray hunger in his eyes. Then to the first alley, the first hole on the right. And I peeped out at you from a peephole, splintered voice, asked you who sent you. You told them, and a door was opened onto a world you thought was dead. The puppet-like women were dressed in the shapeless sacks that were fashionable for flappers in the 20s. The men they wore in their arms, pomaded and sleek as their patent leather pointed shoes, their double-breasted fawn-color vests. They danced in quick, silent spasms to the music of the 20s. You shook your head because you didn't believe it.
Matter, copy, you ain't never saw a speakeasy before? A blind pig you never saw?
I don't believe it.
What's not to believe, bad boy?
Mind if I ask you a question? Why?
You mean why all this is like this?
Yeah.
Ask Bick. To this, even I, the waiter, don't have an answer. So ask Bick. Excuse me. Some Babbitt must be looking for a hot, jazzy time. All right, who sent you, Babbitt?
Danny Clover in there.
Yeah, he's here. What's that supposed to do to me?
It sends shivers up your spine, Gorilla. Open up.
Lousy flea.
Hey, it's Jimmy Ames. He's a reporter. Let him in.
Law says you can crawl in, Crumb.
Well, Danny, you... Hey, what is this? I haven't seen anything like this since Eddie Robinson and Little Caesar.
What are you doing here?
Following you? You going to talk to Bick Murdock?
Yeah, but without you. Now, the question, waiter. Where's Bick?
In the office, down the end of the hallway. I'll go first so I can ask him, does he want to see you?
I'm a big boy now. I'll ask him myself. No, wait. Don't buzz him. I want to surprise him.
Danny, I'll go with you. Bick will remember me. I helped cut him to pieces 20 years ago.
Leave him alone. Get yourself some hooch, Jimmy. They tell me it's scraped right off the boat. Big story.
Who wants to see Bick Murdock knocks on doors first and asks permission. This I've said many times.
You were too many years away from me to hear it, Bick.
A copper. I smell it from here. Not too close, Papa Vittorio. Maybe you heard, Copper, how I don't like aces from the police, especially when I'm getting my hair cut.
Private barber's chair. Farewell gift from the boys at Sing Sing, Bick?
Aces with a loose mouth, especially I don't like. Papa Vittorio, I told you once. So use the scissors. You can clip a happy.
The waiter told me I should ask you a question, Bick. That Roaring Twenties movie out there. Why?
The waiter told you to ask, so I'll answer you. Because 20 years ago, they put me in a cage. This made the world stop going around. What you see out there is how it was the world. I'm going to keep it that way until I catch up to 20 years. The 7,285 days you citizens cut out of me. Tell the waiter I answered your question.
I got another one. Your wife's death.
The boys told me about it. Shame. Mary was a good wife. They tell me. Your boys, copper. They find the key.
Key?
Key. Metal gadget that opens things. For 20 years, Mary's always carried it with her. If you found it, maybe it could open your eyes why a good wife like Mary should die.
I could make you tell me, Vic.
No, you couldn't, copper. Forgot what I just said. Did I say something, Barbara Vittorio? You see, I didn't say anything. You're a nice special, huh, Barbara? Where I sleep.
And he did. He slept. The throwbacks were having themselves a snazzy Charleston, so I threw consternation into the house by sugarcoating through them and out the door. A key, the man said. A key that his wife had, the man said, and his lip twitched when he said it. I called headquarters, and the only key among the effects of Mary Murdock fitted the new Nash she'd parked in back of the station. Headquarters gave me her address, too, so I went there, to a quiet apartment in the East 60s.
Yes?
I'm Danny Clover. I'm from the police.
Please come in.
Miss
Susie Lane. I'm the maid here.
Miss Lane, did they tell you about Mrs. Murdock?
Mrs. Murdock? No. She wasn't home last night.
She's dead.
She was a kind woman. I'm sorry.
She died in my office this morning.
A strange woman, but kind.
Strange?
This apartment, for instance, she brought no one here. Received no mail here.
Men, friends?
They said good night downstairs.
I'm looking for a key, Miss Lane.
A key? What key?
I don't know, but I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it here.
Pardon me. Hello? Yes? It's for you, Mr. Clover.
Thanks. Danny Clover speaking.
Don't look for the key no more, Clover.
Who is this, Vic?
Yeah. I got advice for you. Don't look for the key no more. It could open up a lot of pain.
Changed your mind, haven't you?
If you haven't found it, don't look for it. If you found it, throw it away. Wait a minute. Guy I want to see just walked into the office.
Vic? Hello, Vic. Let's look for that key, Miss Lane. So we looked. Closets and desks, and bureaus and cabinets. We looked there. And under mattresses and behind pictures and in jewel boxes. Nothing. No key. It went on for almost an hour. Then it got to be time to go back to the alley and take 20 years off my life.
Grand badge, boy. The boss ain't having no more callers today.
Don't get conscientious. I'm an expected caller.
Boss ain't said a word about you. Show me your warrant.
Show you this.
Hey.
The message, waiter friend.
Hey, you can't go in there. Hey, the boss ain't gonna like it.
He'll like it. Murdock, I was just telling your waiter... Murdock.
Yeah, boss. This book busted in. Hey, the boss is sleeping like a babe in his father's chair. Hey, he ain't sleeping.
But he was. Dick was sleeping. The poets would say so. The poets would say something about the long black night and no stars. The black night that is forever. Because death is forever. But they'd have trouble. How do you write a sonnet on a 10-cent ice pick sticking in a man's heart? When it comes to starting off a new year, Broadway is sensible. It makes no promises to itself. It turns over no new leaves. That way it can grin over the current flock of killings and not make excuses for itself. A woman drops dead at police headquarters. That makes for a grade A grin. Her husband is murdered with an ice pick the same day. Broadway grins from ear to collective ear. Double feature, admission free, comedy of death. but sensational. And it goes on. The next morning, Broadway lines the curb, the funeral of Vic Murdock, an oldie, a revival, but characters within the memory of dear old Dad. The procession was maybe a mile long, low-slung and black convertibles filled with flowers and mourners, and a brass band from Local 802. Maybe Vic enjoyed it. So many other people did, like the man who tapped my shoulder.
Aside, huh, Danny?
Jimmy Ames.
Quite a production, huh? 5-star.
Do funerals always make you this happy?
This one will get a headline for 3 editions. The way I write it, maybe even 4.
You've been stepping on my shadow, Jimmy.
Yeah, I know. People die where Danny Clover goes. Hey, I haven't seen him since...
Seen who?
The guy in the pearl gray hat, the one in the procession.
I know it's not polite, but point.
This car passing, you know who that is, or was he too long ago for you?
He doesn't register.
Joe Miami.
It surprises you. Make me surprised, too.
Joe Miami, Danny. Dick Murdock's pally.
What's the pally doing now?
Being a brother to men, a fat, respectable citizen. Last year, the word reached the press room that Joe Miami was elected president of the PTA of Public School 62. The boys laughed for a half hour straight. Till we realized we'd suddenly aged 20 years.
Joe Miami, Jimmy. Where do I find him?
Uptown, Danny. The Gotham Distributors. You can find him there, Danny.
Okay, kid, you got 4 loads, 600 cases. Distribution them. Take off like big wing bird.
Joe Miami.
It's me. Who are you?
Danny Clover. I'm from...
Don't tell me no more who is. I know.
Quite a business you got here, Joe.
They can distribute business, not bad. Makes me crummy fortune like old days. But now I pay tax, everything abide.
Someplace quiet where we can talk, huh, Joe?
This someplace I got. My business office. Walk with me, Danny Clover. I offer you something. Sincerales, aspiralis.
Thanks, Joe, but first we talk about Vic, then pleasure.
This type dying, the big die, very tragedy, huh? Very classical. I speak like old golden days.
You mean a mob killed him, eh?
Why mob? Vic wasn't hurting nobody. All he wanted was a long dream. The old days like they were. He tried to buy them back. He get ice pick in the heart.
You were his number 1 boy, Joe. Why would anyone want to kill Vic?
Maybe somebody remember Vic's supposed to have hideaway, $100,000 before he go on a long visit to Sing Sing.
$100,000. Didn't Vic get it when he got out?
Joe Miami don't think so. If $100,000 is, maybe Vic left it where it was.
Where was that, Joe?
How would I know? I was only Vic's errand boy, not his wife.
You mean his wife, Mary, knew where it was? You mean maybe she had a key?
How do I know what I mean? I don't see Mary for 20 years. Vic don't like guys but to see Mary. Vic take care of Mary no matter what he is, even dead. You sure you don't want no sarsaparillas?
Tell me about Mary.
Oh, it's a lovely, nice wife.
Tell me more.
Lovely, nice wife for 18, 19 years. But in 20th year, since Vic was away, Mary found maybe new love, a new guy.
Who was he?
Who was he? Why should I care? But a woman put these things down in little black diaries, doesn't it? This is very classical also.
Yeah. Thanks for everything, Abiding Joe.
For what? You didn't touch drop sarsaparilla.
I had an idea I was getting someplace now, but my footing wasn't secure. Someplace back down the line, I'd walked too fast, skipped something. The matter of Mary Murdock's mail company who said goodnight downstairs. Maids might know about that. Headquarters gave the address of Susie Lane, ex-mate of the late Mary Murdock. The address of Susie Lane on 136th Street in Harlem. I went there, and the same man stepped on my shadow again.
Don't look worried, Danny. You know you can't lose me.
Be kind to newspaper guys, I always say. They write such wonderful bits.
Somebody going to die again, Danny?
No more.
Well, that could be news, too. I'll come along.
All right, but keep your hand over your mouth.
Sure. In here?
In here. Miss Lane.
Door's open a little. Let's go in.
Take your hand off the door. Miss Lane.
Come on, let's go in. Hey, Susie.
Hey, I told you not to...
Look at this place, Danny. Like a big wind lived and died here. A mess.
Yeah.
What have you got?
Blood. A pool of it on the rug.
Maybe you're batting 1,000 after all.
How'd you like to get battered right through that wall?
Yeah? Trouble, huh?
You add it up. You're a big newspaper man. Overturned furniture and a bloody rug. Look in the dinette, big newspaper man.
Sure. What am I looking for?
I don't know. Just look.
Nothing in there, Danny. I'll try this closet.
Yeah.
Danny.
Oh, no.
When I opened the closet door, she was staring at me. She fell. The door must have been holding her up. Poor Susie Lane. She's dead. Huh?
No. Not quite dead.
I'm glad, Danny. I'm starting to worry about you.
Danny, it's me, Sergeant Gino Tartaglia.
Sorry, Tartaglia. I was just thinking. How's Susie Lane?
Well, that's what I came to tell you. Hospital reports she is still in her coma.
They're taking care of her?
Everything in their power, Danny, just like you told me. Dr. Sinsky says she'll pull through, though.
What kind of people do things like that, Detective? Beat up a girl till she's neither dead or alive, just to keep her mouth shut. What kind of people?
Well, in our line of business, we meet them all, Danny.
Yeah. Tartaglia, do you get mail?
Huh? Well, sure I get mail, Danny. Bills, the secrets of happy marriage, circulars, postcards and vacations. Hey, why do you ask a question like that at a time like this?
Everybody gets mail, huh?
Well, sure, Danny, sure. What's the matter?
Why didn't Mary Murdock get mail?
She didn't?
No,
I don't believe it.
she didn't, Tartaglia. I've been checking back. And suddenly I remember Susie Lane told me there was never any mail at Mary Murdock's apartment.
Oh, that is indeed strange. A problem. Needs thinking.
Tartaglia, if you wanted to get mail and you didn't want Mrs. Tartaglia to know you were getting it...
Oh, I wouldn't think of such a thing, Danny. Mrs. Tartaglia would find out anyway.
You'd have it sent care of general delivery, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Danny. I would send the mail to someplace anonymous like general delivery.
You're a genius, Tartaglia.
Danny, it hardly took no effort at all.
You can't shake me, Detective. Where we go now?
Jimmy Ames. I've got big news for you.
Yeah? Like what?
Like maybe the last paragraph to your story. You want it, reporter?
You out of your mind? What do you mean, do I want it?
Ever peeked in mailboxes, reporter? Let's move, kid. Let's move.
What can I do for you, sir?
Is there any mail at General for Mrs. Mary Murdock?
Mary Murdock? Your husband?
He's a policeman. I'm a reporter.
You're a policeman, sir?
Yes. Here.
Of course. Well, just a minute. Here you are, sir.
Thanks. Yeah, not much mail, huh? Bill from Saks, one from Bonwood. Yeah,
Something, Danny?
something. We'll open the envelope and see. See?
Key.
She must have mailed it to herself.
A key to what, then?
Says here, kid, on the tag, the Wall Street Bank. Let's take a flyer on Wall Street, huh, reporter?
Mr. Brownby says your credentials are in order, Mr. Clover. I'm to permit you access to Mrs. Murdock's safety deposit box.
I'll thank Mr. Brownby for me.
I'll open the gate. Step in, please. I'm sorry. Only one of you can come in. Only Mr. Clover.
Wait a minute, Danny. Don't louse me out of my story.
Okay, I'll vote for Ames here. He's a reporter. It's his story.
Oh, you may go in then. I have the bank key, which will fit here. Then I take your key. That is Mrs. Murdock.
We know, Mrs. Murdock's key.
Exactly. I insert it here. And here it is, Mr. Clover.
Oh, thanks.
You may take it to that private cubicle to examine the contents. When you're through, just call me.
Yeah, I'll do that. Come on, Jimmy. I'll close the door.
Sure, Danny. All right, Danny. Open the box.
What?
The gun on your back. Does that surprise you, Danny?
Yeah. Frankly, yeah.
It shouldn't. A big cop like you with a big brain. Come on, Danny. Open the pretty box and hand me the $100,000.
Maybe you'll have to kill me to get it.
You think I won't? I've had practice. First Mary, then Bick. Third time's easier. Susie, we won't count. She didn't die.
Clean-cut, true blue fella like you.
Yeah, ain't I, though? A reporter has advantages, Danny. I knew all about that 100 grand all the time. Read it in an old newspaper morgue. I figure wife, Mary Murdock, must know where it is, so I make love to her. But with all that love, she won't give me a little key. Funny woman.
So funny you murdered her.
Yeah, like that. But then Vic gets on to our innocent little affair. The ice pick, the right way for a man like Vic to die, huh, Danny? It also leaves $100,000 all to myself. Open the box, Danny. No? All right, I'll open it myself.
How do you think you'll get out of here?
Oh, I figured that, Danny. Big man like you make a big shield. Nah, no tricks, Danny. Just be a good boy and stay there in the corner. You can watch me open the box from there. $100,000. Let me take you out of that nasty old box.
It was a big noise and a big scream. It got inside of me and wouldn't quit, but it had substance. It hoisted me up in the stratosphere and then let me drop 1,000,000 miles. Simple thing like a nun's cool fingertips brought me to. In a while, the hospital let me have visitors. A quiet talk about the death of Jimmy Ames. And at night, I slept my own sleep and dreamed of a fairy story, of Pandora's box. I had reason to. I knew all about a man named Vic Murdock who planted $100,000 with a booby trap, just in case his wife was unfaithful, just in case being away from him for 20 years would make her lonely. Broadway's rearing on its haunches now, and it's wearing its comedian's face. It'll reach out and tickle you under the chin and make clucking noises, or it'll bang you across the mouth and get hysterical. Either way, you get hurt. It's Broadway, the gaudiest, the most violent, the lonesomest mile in the world. Broadway, my beat. Broadway's My Beat, from Times Square to Columbus Circle, the gaudiest, the most violent, the lonesomest mile in the world.
Broadway's My Beat, with Larry Thor as Detective Danny Clover.
Broadway. It's a bet you make against the dealers of night, on the blood red of neon, on the black of the searching wind. And the circle spins, a whirlpool of gleaming laughter and splintered whispers, of shrieking steel and the silence of stone. You pray for a win, but it's no good. The red pays off in stained hands, and the black with dust in your mouth. That's how it falls on Broadway. My Beat. At 4 o'clock in the morning, Broadway is still. The spectaculars drowse and the neons yawn. The sounds of the city whisper into the darkness. And last night's headlines fight a losing battle with the wind. Then, it's a burglar alarm from the flower shop, and it's tearing its heart out. Cold, winking light of the florist's sign found her face, then lost it in the shadows, then found it again. She sat primly in a wicker chair through which garlands of camellias and shining green leaves had been woven. Her hand had been pricked by the thorn of a rose she held. And when the light found her eyes again, they were mocking and sly.
Hey, what goes on here, huh? Oh, hi, Danny. What makes? I heard a burglar alarm.
Someone tripped it on their way out the back door.
Oh, and left this dame here to heist rose petals?
Patrolman Meshikoff, do something for me.
Sure, Danny. Want me to book her?
Call homicide. Tell them there's been a murder.
Why, this is incredible, Mr. Clover. Positively incredible. Wait till the Florist Association hears of this. I shall be blackballed.
A girl has been murdered, Mr. Kuppelheim, in your shop. Is that all it does to you?
Please, Mr. Clover, don't teach me manners. I've been catering to weddings and funerals all my life.
Remind me to plant something in your lapel. You say you don't know this girl.
No. Can't you do something about her, Mr. Clover? Move her or something? Oh, my beautiful blues. You take your filthy hands off those primroses.
To me, Mr. Kuppelheim. Pay attention to me. The primroses will have to fend for themselves.
This is an outrage. Making a shambles of my garden. All because you can't solve a stinking murder of some burglar of a girl.
Don't press me, Kuppelheim. I could forget it says in the book I'm a gentleman.
I know nothing about this, Mr. Clover. Why don't you inquisition my clerk? He closed the shop. He was here all evening. I've never trusted him, never.
Nice boss you got, huh, Mr. Austin? The feeling mutual?
There is mistrust and fright and kindness in all of us, Mr. Clover. Has it not been written in the book?
Yeah. What time did you close the shop, Mr. Austin?
At 11. I always close it for Mr. Kuppelheim at 11.
And this girl, we've found her to be a Miss Joan Gale of the Dunhill Apartments. Does that mean anything to you?
Nothing, I'm afraid. If she were a customer, I'd know it. I wait on people and deliver, and I have a good memory, Mr. Clover. This lady was never in our shop.
Why should someone bring her here to kill her?
Oh, that's a wonderful question, Mr. Clover. I wonder you hadn't thought of it before. May I go home now?
It hurts me to say this, but no. Your primroses will need you. And so it began, the questions and answers that a cop scribbles into his little black book. Against such a time when he can set up a file at headquarters labeled Joan Gale, Death by Murder. The coroner said she was killed by a bullet in her heart. That made me, all of a sudden, a philosopher. I had to inquire into what set of circumstances put the bullet there at that time, in that place. The next morning, I went to the Dunhill Apartments because Joan Gale's purse said she lived there. I talked to a man because the yawning young woman at the desk just yawned and shook her head. Then yawned some more and pointed at a potted palm and a man sitting beside it who I should talk to. Good morning. My name's Danny Clover.
Oh, that's nice. You got some beef, maybe?
See the girl at the desk.
I did. She's sleepy.
Ah, you're a real quick lad. So?
So that makes me a servant cop.
Cop, huh? Well, that makes my name Frank Shepard, houseman. Let's see your buzzer, friend, so I can have a genuine feeling about you.
Yeah, here.
Oh. I did something you don't like?
Joan Gale, I want to look at her room.
Okay, come on. She did something bad? Go ahead, shock me. What'd she do bad?
She got murdered.
Oh, bad as that, huh? Sad, real sad. And here. Joint screams at you, don't it?
It's too dark to tell. Turn on the lights, Frank.
Sure. Better?
Oh, blue lights. What do you know?
That means something?
She have many friends, Frank? Callers?
Tell you the truth about that, Clover. Joan Gale never made me look up from the racing form. Her friends neither. I wouldn't know.
So, no gentleman callers.
And I thought I was being clear as crystal. I wouldn't know.
Who are you?
All right, rummy outside. You want to give this policeman a bad impression of Dunhill Apartments?
Hey, wait a minute. Who's this guy, Frank?
Refugee from 109 down the hall. He greets the gladsome day with a crock. Yesterday, he stumbled into Mrs. Stutman's room while she had her hair in a henna. Didn't you, John?
Oh, sure, me. Tell your friend, mister, that today I met good old John.
Oh, that makes you want to fix my tie. Huh?
Come on, good old John boy, baby pally. Outside, good old Frank boy.
I watched old Frank Boy push his pally on his face into Pally's home in 109. Then Frank Boy came back and was the model of a house dick with the economy-size helping hand. We searched Joan Gale's apartment, found a lot of things. Things that pieced together the life of Joan Gale by night and by day. Things that made Frank Boy all happy inside. But there was nothing that added up to her dying in a bed of cut flowers. Back at headquarters, there were more fragments, more scraps of a woman's life. Sergeant Tartaglia offered them to me.
This Joan Gale, Danny. She had a slight record in Scranton, PA. For disturbances of the peace, for questioning, for, you know, Danny.
Yeah, the alibis of Kuppelheim and his clerk, Roy Austin. You had them checked?
Oh, yeah, Danny, sure. It's just like this Mr. Kuppelheim and Mr. Austin told you. Kuppelheim was in the sack. The clerk, Roy Austin, closed up Kuppelheim's flower shop at 11 o'clock. Went home. To the knowledge of his landlord, did not leave the premises till you rousted him out of bed to question him at said Kuppelheim's flower shop.
How do you figure, Tartaglia?
You know, I'm glad you asked me, Danny, because I got a theory. Now, the way I picture this whole crime...
Oh, pardon me.
Surely, Danny. Go right ahead.
Thank you. Danny Clover speaking.
They told me you were handling the Joan Gale murder, Mr. Clover. I believe I can help you with it.
Who is this?
Mrs. Amelia Ripley, 1219 Smedley Place, in Forest Hills, Mr. Clover. I can expect you immediately?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Clover.
Now, as I was saying, Danny, my theory...
Keep it on ice, Tartaglia. I'll come back for it.
Yes? What is it?
I'm Danny Clover. I'm from the police. Mrs. Ripley called...
I'm Mrs. Ripley. Please come in.
Thank you.
You won't mind. Well, that is, I hope you won't mind if we sit in the kitchen and talk.
Not at all.
This way. You see, it's the maid's day off, and I'm cooking. A hollandaise sauce on the stove, batter in the mixmaster. Oh, looks about done. It's the sauce that needs attention. Sit here, Mr. Clover.
Thanks. You said something about Joan Gale, Mrs. Ripley.
I never saw her in my life, Mr. Clover. But I knew her.
I don't understand, but...
Have a cup of coffee, Mr. Clover. I knew her because my husband knew her.
Oh, I see.
Of course you don't see. My husband sees her, then comes home to me. He comes home and strokes my hair and calls me wonderful names that I thought he'd forgotten. And he kisses me.
Mrs. Ripley...
I found out about Joan Gale months ago. I've always known it was a woman, but I just happened to find out her name was Joan Gale.
Why are you telling me?
Revenge is a funny word to be coming out of a housewife's mouth, isn't it? My husband is mixed up with a woman who's been murdered. I wonder whether I'm going to laugh or cry at what he suffers for it. It's important to me to know which I'll do. Pardon me.
Where's your husband now, Mrs. Ripley?
He called a few minutes ago. He said he was at his place of business. The Ripley shoe distributing business on East 37th.
Well, thanks, Mrs. Ripley. I'll talk to him.
Well, I'll show you to the door. I think I'm glad I talked to you, Mr. Clover.
Oh, you did the right thing. Is this your husband, this picture on the bookcase?
Yes, that's John. Good old John, he likes to call himself. Why, Mr. Clover?
Does he drink?
Why do you ask? But, no, he doesn't drink. I'll say that for him. He doesn't touch a drop.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Clover, it looks bad for John, doesn't it? It's possible that he killed the girl, isn't it?
It not only was possible, from where I stood, it looked like a sure thing. The picture of the John Ripley on the bookcase was the same good old drunken John who had tried to tie my tie in Joan Gale's apartment. The same drunken John who never drank, his wife said. I had to ask him about a little thing like that, about a lot of little things. Ripley? Ripley? No. Oh, no. The shoe boxes of the Ripley shoe distributing business lay in a crazy, wanton pattern around the body of John Ripley. On his face was a loose, embarrassed grin, as if he were ashamed of his clumsiness, ashamed of not knowing how to handle shoe boxes, ashamed of his torn coat, his torn body, of the blood that crowded through the bullet hole in his chest. Now there was nothing to ask of good old John. Nothing. Nothing at all.
You are listening to Broadway's My Beat, starring Larry Thor as Detective Danny Clover.
Broadway is a place that can get happy about a lot of things. A wrestler from Argentina who walks on his hands and wrestles with his feet. The honeymoon of Tess Trueheart. And a couple of murders served piping hot for dinner reading. It's the diet Broadway likes. It's a fine way to get fat. My part of it was serving up a few crumbs to the gentlemen in the press room. An arrest is expected momentarily, I told them, and dared them to make 6 paragraphs out of that. They did, and it came out saying the police had no idea who the killer was. Or, as Sergeant Tartaglia phrased it,
Danny, I don't have no idea who the killer is.
Well, the last time I talked to you, Tartaglia, you said you had a theory about who killed Joan Gale and Mr. Ripley.
Danny, I got a confession to make.
Confession, huh? You killed him?
Ah, no, Danny. I had a theory, and I put it down on paper and added and subtracted, and the answer comes out that they killed each other. Only they died 12 hours apart.
That's interesting. How did you arrive at that?
Well, you see, Danny... you got company, Danny.
I've got to see you right away, Mr. Clover.
Oh, come in. Roy Austin, isn't it? Have a chair, Mr. Austin.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Danny...
don't go, Tartaglia. This is Mr. Austin. He's the clerk at Kappelheim's flower shop.
Hi, Mr. Austin.
How do you do?
What can I do for you, Mr. Austin?
I want you police to protect me. Yes, I demand it.
Why, are you afraid of something?
You would be, too. Here, read this. It was slipped under my door at my rooming house.
Huh? Dear Roy Austin, make no plans, Mr. Austin, because you will die within a day. Who'd want to write you a note like this? You know?
Of course I don't. That's your job, Mr. Clover. Doesn't that note tell you something?
Not much, except that whoever wrote it tried to disguise his handwriting. That's pretty obvious.
Well, that may be, but it doesn't make me any the less frightened.
Mr. Austin, the department will give you all the protection you need.
How?
One of our men will follow you wherever you go and will...
That's not enough. I refuse to leave this building until you apprehend whoever wrote that note.
Mr. Austin.
I refuse to leave this building.
Okay. Lock him up, Detective.
Sure, Danny, sure. Hey, Mr. Austin, you play canasta?
Idiot's Delight.
Oh, a new game, huh? Well, maybe you can teach me. Where you going, Danny?
To the Dunhill Apartments. There's a house detective there I got to see. Maybe he can teach me.
What's the idea of busting in, comrade? For this, you can get your face slapped, comrade.
Turn around, Frank. I've got a complaint. I said turn your merry-go-round chair around.
The man with the buzzer. No offense, Clover. It's just I don't like things sneaking up behind my back. Complaint?
Yeah, big complaint. You.
I'm a cooperative kind of louse, Clover, but not that cooperative. Explain it to me first. First, tell me how Mrs. Shepard's little boy has been naughty.
Maybe you ought to stand up when I talk to you, Frank. So my words won't have so far to go.
Sure. Anything you say, Mr. Clover. See, I'm standing. You gonna wrap my knuckles with a ruler, teacher?
That little play you staged with John Ripley. 4-star, Frank.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was real sincere. Good old John. Play acts a fine drunk. On cue, too.
You don't say. And all the time I thought good old John was crocked to the ears. He wasn't drunk, huh?
Why did you throw him the cue, Frank, boy?
You've been working too hard, Detective.
Why did you do that, Frank, boy? Why did you tell Ripley I was a cop before he needed to know? Why did you tell him to act drunk so it could look like a big, boozy mistake, his coming into Joan Gale's apartment?
You need a place to lay your head, Detective.
Answer me, Frank, boy. Answer me.
An answer? You were crowding me.
Thanks, Frank, boy. I was praying for that.
That's enough. That's enough.
You didn't ask me my question, Frank. You saw a chance for blackmail, didn't you? Big, fat blackmail. I told you Joan Gale had been murdered. You knew John Ripley was her boy, so you arranged the act. Did he pay off before he was murdered, Frank, because you were so nice to him?
Ripley murdered?
News to you, Frank?
Cross my heart. Hope to die. I didn't know about it. Had nothing to do with it.
What you had to do with Frank. Tell me about that.
It was like you say. Ripley was slipping me a little gratuity all along because he didn't want nobody to know about the Gale thing. When she was killed, the price went up for gratuities. That's all.
Did you get it?
Yeah, from his wife. He didn't have it with him that night you was here. He called his wife. She paid me off, took him home.
Don't tease me, Frank, boy.
Oh, I swear it on a stack. She took him home. The last time I saw Ripley, his wife was scratching his eyes out, and he was crying. On my honor, Danny.
Yeah. Get up off the floor, Frank. I want you to look nice for the boys at headquarters. Frank didn't look nice for the boys at headquarters. A guy like that could spend 3 hours with a barber, then dress in custom-tailored clothes, and still he wouldn't look nice. Before I left headquarters, I looked in on the canasta game between Tartaglia and Roy Austin, then took a ride out to the housewife, Mrs. Ripley. I couldn't make up my mind whether to be sorry for her. I wasn't sure whether she had anything to be sorry about.
I suppose you expected to see me in tears, Mr. Clover.
I wasn't sure. Just how do you feel about your husband's death?
Relieved, I think. Clean.
If you've got any conscience about lying to policemen, you've got to feel some remorse, too. And you lied. You didn't tell me about paying blackmail and bringing your husband home.
I didn't tell you, so I didn't lie.
We can group it under the general heading. Maybe this will do something to you, Miss Ripley. You're in a lot of trouble.
How? How am I in trouble?
You're a murder suspect. Oh, you'd be surprised, Mrs. Ripley. We've had other coffee drinkers murder people. Even a file on murderers who made fine hollandaise sauces.
But why should I?
Why do murderers kill? You had the motive. Joan Gale, because she got along so well with your husband. Your husband, because he got along so well with Joan Gale.
Mr. Clover, listen to me.
All right.
Mr. Clover, I first suspected my husband when he made an unnecessary trip to Scranton.
Scranton, huh?
Yes. John's business interested me. I knew all about it, so I knew he didn't have to go to Scranton on business.
Go on.
When he came back, he suddenly started to send me flowers. Just like that, flowers. Several times a week. That way I knew exactly when he saw Joan, by the flowers.
Flowers, huh? I suddenly make a stab in the dark. Flowers from Kuppelheim.
Yes, that's right. Then, when my husband was in trouble at the hotel, I went there and did what you said I did. Simply because once I married John.
You did that, then?
I brought him home. He told me everything that happened between Joan Gale and himself. Everything.
Uh-huh.
Then he left. Then I called you. I called you because there was the matter of my self-respect.
You're telling me you didn't shoot either one?
I didn't.
There's a grocery store on the corner, Mrs. Ripley. You can go that far so you can get your coffee. I'm going where there's flowers. There might be an unfilled order there. Maybe you'll get some.
Haven't you brought me enough torment, Mr. Clover?
My heart bleeds for you, Koppelheim. Put those paddles down and talk.
Gosh, it's no good. You've upset me so. A coming out cassage. Just massacred.
How long have you had John Ripley for a customer?
John Ripley? The shoebox murder case? Oh, yes. See, that is a thrilling one.
How long was he your customer?
Well, he began coming in about the time that clerk of mine started working for me.
Roy Austin?
Yeah. Oh, they got along famously, those two, always whispering about something or other. Then Mr. Ripley would place a very big order. I didn't really mind their whispering behind my back.
When did Roy Austin come to work for you?
Why, Mr. Clover? Why do you ask? Is he in trouble? I told you I didn't trust him.
Don't drool at the mouth, Koppelheim. Just answer my question. When did Austin come to work?
It was about 3 weeks ago. He came to me with a letter of recommendation from some queasy little shop in Scranton. I took the chance anyhow because I needed help so desperately.
Scranton. Do you have the letter?
Yes. Yes, of course I have. Wait a minute, I'll find it here. Let's see. Yes, you did. Here you are.
I've seen this handwriting before. Where's your phone, Koppelheim?
It's right here in the counter. It's a business phone, Mr. Clover.
Yeah, all right, I owe you a nickel.
What? All right. Not too long. Sergeant Tartaglia.
Danny Clover. Keep Austin happy, Tartaglia. I'm coming up to talk to him.
Oh, you can't do that, Danny. I'm not here. I finally persuaded him it was safe he should go home.
What?
Sure, Danny, sure. I talked him into he should go home. Took a lot of my most clever russes, but I finally convinced him.
Call headquarters, Danny. What's up?
Maybe a guy who asked protection of the police, Muggavan, just to throw the police off balance.
Huh?
Maybe a killer. Let's go, this corner house.
Hey, Danny, look. Guy just jumped off the fire escape.
Hey, that's him, Muggavan. Come on. In the alley.
Drop him.
No, I'll fire over his head. Austin! Austin, stop!
Hey, he ain't playing. There he goes, Danny. Turning to Amsterdam Avenue.
Yeah. We gotta catch him, Muggavan. We can't shoot in this crowd.
Hey, look, Danny. Into the building. He's running in there.
I see him. In here.
Rival me?
Beg your pardon, lady. Did a man just come in here? A man in a gray sweater?
In and through that door on the other side of the platform.
Thanks. Stay here, Muggavan. Don't let him get out this way.
Yeah, Danny, sure.
Austin!
I'm up here, Mr. Clover. Somewhere here in the darkness. Think you can find me before I kill you?
His voice plunged down at me, down through the shadows, down the long flight of stairs. Roy was in darkness. That was the advantage he had. Every other step I took was lit up by the screaming light of a big electric sign flashing, "Revival tonight." It shouted through the window, "Revival tonight."
Still alive, Mr. Clover? I'm still alive. Only one piece, Mr. Clover.
For how long, Roy?
What's the matter, Mr. Clover? Out of bullet. Not a trick, is it? Because it'll do you no good.
Come down, Roy. My gun's empty.
Come to me, Mr. Clover. Up these stairs. Come to me. Pray, Mr. Clover. Pray for salvation. Because I'm going to hasten your death with this gun. Because you're a sinner.
Joan Gale was a sinner, too, wasn't she, Roy?
Yes, she was. She was my wife, Stratton. Did you know that?
No.
Yes, she was. She was good. Until Satan came for her.
That would be John Ripley.
Satan? He took her away from me. And then he came back. And he told me where she was. Because he knew I would kill her. Because I am just. And the wages of sin are death.
And you killed Ripley.
Satan. And now you, Mr. Clover. But you must accept death with innocence, like the lamb. Throw your gun on the floor, Mr. Clover.
Yeah, I'll do that, Roy. Here.
Oh, my leg!
Roy! When I got to him, he was dead. His body lay crumpled and broken at the bottom of the stairwell. On his face, the last drop of ecstasy. The ecstasy he'd reserved for his own dying. When I came for him, it was still there. But frozen now, different now. Like some leering mask of evil. The night slips over Broadway like a black silk stocking splashed with sequins. And Broadway is as flashy as a showgirl on an after-theater date. But it'll be daytime in a few hours, and Broadway will wear a sleazy house dress and stand on street corners, screaming. Day or night, it wears any face you look for. It's Broadway, my beat.
Broadway's My Beat stars Larry Thor as Detective Danny Clover and is written by Morton Fine and David Friedkin. The musical score was composed by Alexander Courage and conducted by Wilbur Hatch, and the program was produced and directed by Elliott Lewis. The cast tonight included Charles Calvert, Irene Tedrow, Jerry Hausner, Howard McNear, Edgar Barrier, Herb Vigran, and Jack Crucian.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.